Okay. Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and this is Arkham Twin Days. That's right, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, a new Let's Play live series right here on Leo's Let's Plays Alliance. So, this game is rated T for teen, and it's available on the PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. So, yep, we have gotten something that what we're fighting for. So, I don't have a live audience yet, but sooner or later, there will be somebody coming along the way, so yeah. So right now we are going to do our continuing story in progress, and this is the Ultimate Arkham Universe storyline. And once again, you guys are all defense attorneys to discover what the meaning of the word truth is all about. So yeah. Turnabout Samurai is the name of the episode, so why don't we go there and check it out ourselves, shall we? October 18th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Powers, or should I say Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Yep, it's your friendly neighborhood spider cop, Homer Batman. Welcome back to Arkham Twin Days, and this is a new Let's Play series live stream of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. How you doing? Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Up and at 'em. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? Oh, I'm doing great, Homer Batman. I already, you do realize I have a Nintendo Switch, of course, because I would love to add you on my friend list on the Nintendo Switch, because, yeah, which I already showed you about Leo's Switch box reveal. You leave the Switch friend number, that would be great. I mean, but that's up to you. So, to understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See, this here's the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios, and here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of a murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. My is home bat on Nintendo Switch. Don't you mean you have a Switch number, friend number code? Because I really have no idea, Homer Batman. I mean, home bat is on a Nintendo Switch of your friend code, but I don't know the friend code Switch number is what I'm saying. If you want to know, because if I'm trying to look for you, it'll say I can't find this friend's location. So I'm gonna have to give you my friend's Switch number to give it to you on the comments of that Leo's Switch box reveal video. So, how's that, Homer Batman? Will that be any help to you? Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. I promise as your friendly neighborhood spider cop. That's a promise. What? Okay. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna... Wow, got it. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest was a murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Oh yeah, anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Hold on, Homer Batman, let's see, should I listen? We're good to go. I mean, was telling to Gumshoe. Think I can probably remember that. It's not like he has a it's not like he has a thing for any problems, you know. Okay. So the murder weapon was a spear. Yes, it was a spear. All medieval samurai spear was added to the court record. Uh-huh. Hope you're still there, Homer Batman, because I'm going to try to find the... Let's see. Give me a moment. I know people wondering what am I doing. Like, simple. I'm gonna type the friend Switch friend number if you want to know. So, yay, the friend code. Where is the? I think I must have. There it is. No wonder I couldn't find it. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna send a friend request. Let's see. Okay, hold on a second. Oh my, let's see. Okay, hold on. And... Okay, that should... Hold on, let me add the dash marks. That way I won't confuse. And here we go. Okay, I added that on the comment section on that video of the Leo's Switch box review. Would that help you, Homer Batman? Because It will definitely help you in your future. So, yep. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? What? A bit flustered? Your name, please? Grandma? Your name, please? Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Oh, please don't talk so fast again! Stop! Stop! Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness! Objection sustained! A witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. Please, lady. Perhaps we can get to the testimony, Miss Oldbag. Very much indeed. Now, a witness will station at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? On the get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass you by. Pass you by? Is that how Scottish tried to say, pass you by? You may begin your testimony. She sure is one heck of an old bag. Witness's account. So she's saying on the day of the murder, she arrived at the guard station at 1, and she said poor old Hammer and the rest have been through a run-through there since the morning, and she had some errands to run that morning. It was 1 p.m. when you got to the guard station, and at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m. That's me, Homer Batman. That is me. That's my Nintendo ID, if you want to know. Of course, that's a Nintendo ID, Nintendo ID account thing. I mean, the Switch friend code number is different than the Nintendo ID account, if you want to know. Oh, you found it. Nice. Because my account is connected with the Nintendo Wii U and the Nintendo Switch, if you want to know, so you get the best of both worlds. You saw the defendant then. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Witness's account. Okay. Well, she says she arrived at the guard station at 1. Hold it! So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. There was a security guard gate. Well, yeah. What's up, Kyle? Made it to the live stream. Started like, wow, close to 15 minutes ago, but barely in time. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Oh, if you want to know, Homer Batman wanted me to find the, if you want to know, he was trying to look for him on the friend list on the Nintendo Switch, if you want to know, so it's no biggie. Ooh. Somebody send you me a friend. Yep, Homer Batman, I found you. Yes, I'm gonna add you on my friend list, dude. You are now on my friend list on the Nintendo Switch. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, so you're playing Jurassic World. Welcome to the club. We're having jackets made for each and every one that wants to be in the club. What size jacket would we like to wear? Is it double XL? I'm just messing with you, you know. It was just, it was a funny way. Oh boy. Okay. Oral. So, how you doing, Kyle? How you doing so far for the time being? Hold it! A run through? Between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate, huh? Used to afternoon practice? Really? Okay, that's a biggie if you want to know. So the rehearsal was supposed to be at 5. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? You had some errands to run that morning? So it was 1 o'clock when you got to the guard station. Hold it! So you were watching there the whole time, no breaks, not even a second. It was just a question, you know. Oh, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. Why don't you raise an objection, you two, as well, Maya? Come on. So the witness was on duty through the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Right. Hold it! How did you know that? Really? You gave him some hard evidence? Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard? Ugh. An interesting certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. Hold it! 2 p.m. You are sure? Well, who was that man? What? Hold it! So you saw Mr. Powers. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. It was Powers, that man, right in there, and he's in front of the studio. Let me see. I'm gonna save just for peace of mind. Unless, of course, if the live stream ended for no ridiculous reason, I'm gonna have to say part 1, okay? Because there was an internet cutoff and it wasn't my fault, okay? So, just to let you know. Guide map to Global Studios. Taken at the gate between the entrance and the studios, October 15th. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I think that is my only option. Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag, you've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this Yes, exactly. None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldback, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? I'm not so sure that is Mr. Powers. No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Then why did you say it was him, huh? No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? You have proof? What? Nani! Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all of your information in your position ahead of time. Look, wouldn't it be easier if you just revise a testimony instead of saying that? Because you are not so smart. A second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. So, I know you haven't typed anything yet, Kyle, but tell me, how are you doing right now so far? Okay. So she's saying that morning during the... Of course, you could say awesome stream if you like, Homer Batman. Because I'm always going to be your friendly neighborhood spider cop no matter where I'm at. Your friendly neighborhood spotter cop on YouTube everywhere. You gave up the A-OK. As Kyle says, I'm doing okay so far. No headache for me this time, for the time being, is what you're giving me the emoji, so perfect. So he said he broke off the props and it was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad, and he's saying to look at the picture and he can see dragging his leg clear as day. So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Don't mind me, I'm just drinking vitamin water. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. We all gonna press her until she squeals. The man in the photo. A run through of the action scene. Hold it! Trip and fall. So, we know he sprained his ankle. Yo, out the right got better. Oh, so she kissed the boo-boo. Well, let's just have all of that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? So she didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. One of the... Okay. Which one of the props would that be? He broke a prop? His samurai spear, the murder weapon. You was there to put duct tape to fix it? This struck me as a significant detail. Better write this down in the court record. murder weapon of the samurai spear has been added to the court record. It's an update. Hold it! Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? So he went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. When in doubt, duct tape it! Correct! Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where is this stale samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We are looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you are sure, Your Honor? Why don't we object to that question and see what happens next? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I'd also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider the possibility also. Ooh. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? The witness's account continued. So the time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And she said the only person he saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers, and no one else went there. If they had, you would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been the steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness again. Again, you know. Okay. How do you know that? I know you gave donuts to the young detective. After some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness with donuts or forgiveness. Hold it! Are you absolutely sure? Nobody's suspicious looking. Right. Wait a minute, wait. No one else went there? Hold it! What about before you got to the guard station? Yes, before 1 p.m. Everyone's in the employee area, and you locked the main gate so no one could get in. Hold it! Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. Edgy boy? Really? I am not your type, madam! Yeah, it's not what it seems. Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. But for that matter, entirely forgetting them. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Wow. That is just... So, there was... The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. So, oh yeah, I already did that. What do we need to print? The only person you saw was Mr. Will Powers. No one else went there. Oh boy, let's see. Wait a minute. Why did time of death was 2:30? Cause pierced by through the chest by a spear. I don't want to present that. It was 2:30 p.m. Guide map to Global Studios. Car key for studio employees. Grants key to studio access Studio 1. So no one else went there before. So before 1 p.m. All right, take your time, Kyle. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to save once again for the time being. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's good enough for me. Powers' photo, no one else went there again. Oh my goodness. If they had, I would have seen them. Something bugs me. Everyone was at the employee gate. Not to mention what? Oh boy, let's see. I can't remember. Oh, no, not that one. Not. So there was only 4 sentences in her whole testimony of the witness's account continued. That's a car key. That's the guide map to Global Studios. And that is the autopsy report of Jack Hammer's time of death. Pierced through the chest by a spear. Wait a minute. Why did... Time of death was at 2:30 p.m.? Well, wait a minute. Okay, that is it, but dragging one leg, but this photo was taken at 2, it was at 2 p.m. Would it? I don't know. No, that's not it. Oh, that does not contradict that of that statement. Objection overruled. That didn't win me any points. Nope. Objection. That photo. Now I remember. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. I knew I remember it was that statement. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? Right. Anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Welcome back, Kyle. Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Look, is Spider Cop the world's greatest detective too, like Batman, says Homer Batman. Oh, that's right. But he's catching up. He's catching up on Batman as the world's greatest detective. If he keeps this up, if Spider Cop keeps this up, we might be able to work together to solve the biggest mysteries. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day, yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Really, do you really think you're gonna get out of this one, Miss Old Bag? But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Can the witness explain this to the court? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Look. Do you have any idea that you forget and you erased a photo of yourself? You're being ridiculous. Something the matter, Miss Old Bag? What's right? Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai. Attended. Oh, I see. Your testimony, please. Please get that right. The other person. She's saying every day after she finished her guard duty, she had one other important job to do, so she'd gone through the photos recorded on the security computer and checked them, and she threw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, and she, come to think of it, that she remembered throwing out one photo that day. Miss Old Bag, this is the first time I've heard of this! Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. A forgetful woman she is! The other person. Hold it! Another job? You checked all the people that passed by through the main gate, and you looked closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you have backup all the security camera data as well? Not unless if you're a computer tech whiz or a bit trainee or a rookie. Hold it! How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? For the most part, this is a murder trial, Miss Old Bag. I think she's missing the point. She's completely in denial. Hold it! Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy? They got information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where.
Objection!
Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. There's a drain that goes into the employee area. I remember. Uh-huh. They come in through the drain. And kids? So on the photo that you erased, the second or third grade? Hold on! Hold on! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was still samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about second or third grade. A boy in second or third grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I think it's quite heavy. The boy was there and that makes him a suspect, yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. 5-minute recess, all right. Yummy vitamin water. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes. Yes, partner. Or yes, buddy. Or I don't. Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest. I'll cross my heart and hope to die. Who was that steel samurai in the photo? How should I know? The steel samurai costume was up in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. I mean, come on. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a steel samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You are the only likely suspect right now. First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could convincingly have done this. And that is how your friendly neighborhood spider cop is on the job as a detective and a lawyer. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Now that's a duck named Mika who showed up in my dreams last night on that live stream. I'll reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter. The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts. The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if there were stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? It wasn't the assistant girl. It's not the grade school boy. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to go for this. The security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady Oldbag. Order! Order! Is this Oldbag? Oh, come on, Wendy. You know how to calm down than this, y'all. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew that the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection on then some new undespicable evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? Really? Nothing? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. It means he's not your, it means that he is not your type, Wendy. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this whole new way? Why don't we press further? The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Well, no. Well, I'm kind of accusing Miss Wendy Oldbag, if you want to know, but she thinks she's done it, but she's not entirely up to her, if you want to know, because she has kind of memory loss. That did it. Now Windbagging's one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Who's the villain now? What about the other person who went to the studio, huh? He's only a grade scholar, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? You could pin your old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. No, that's not what he meant, because we have proof. Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Of course, it's the samurai spear. A break in the shaft that has been mended with duct tape, remember? Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. The very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I say. Well, will the witness care to comment on this? The windbag speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend the proceedings of the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. I find it very amusing, quite indeed, for the name called Old Bag and the name of something that blows off from the state of the wind, which I'm not so sure anymore. Looked more dangerous than a trap. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. And this case will be holding off for another day. What? Miss Holbach, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Not to talk about? By whom? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify! My lips were sealed. So Global Studios wanted you to keep quiet about something, and there was some other people at the studios on the day of the murder, and they say they had nothing to do with it, and they told you to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? So who's the one in charge of Global Studios to keep people's mouths shut by not testifying in the court anyways? No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. I think I'm going to accuse Global Studios of the one who's in charge here. My lips were sealed, so... Hold it! So, you were told not to talk. Why didn't I hear about this? What kind of blazes are you trying to hide from me? Other people at the studios? Who were these people? The director and the producer. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course! So, where were these people? So, she's saying the director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through and he joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? In Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? At the guide map right there. All the way to the left. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all of my questions, but... Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and there's some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Olberg, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. Very much indeed. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without any of my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Yeah. SMH. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Oh. To be continued, and the live stream keeps on going. Save up to this point, yep. Okay. Continuing further on. October 18th, Wright and Company Law Offices. Whew, what a day. Do I think WP's got a chance? I guess that what really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. Yeah, them. Okay. Nah, I don't want to talk on what to do. October 18th, 2:16 p.m. Global Studios main gate. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. She left her donuts? Really? Are you sure you're not gonna eat the donuts? Because I'm not sure if it's good for you. Yep, it's been turned off for the day. So why don't we move outside to Studio 1? Or is it the employee area? October 18th, Global Studios employee area. Hey! That's right. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Well, she called you? You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. So you're not good with handiwork. Oh, so she works on the props and the backdrops. That's all right. Nobody's a perfect. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. Very well then. Okay. So the fanboy there we're talking about in the trial today. So it seems, I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Yeah, I think that was the idea. What? You want to rip the grate off? Whoa, she's serious. Okay, let's rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yes, sometimes, but I'm not your grandpa. The things we do. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Must be nice to live so free of guilt. My partner in crime is committing this! Yay! Hooray! All hail the destruction of property now. This is unbelievable. October 18th, Global Studios dressing room. That's what Mr. Power says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. Why would he be Why would he woke up and then he's been accused of murder? That's not even true. She's got a point. Supermarket tabloids? Marion, leave them alone! Wolfmen found on Mars. I'll have to buy that issue. Oh my, this is just... a little out of place. Kind of an alternate guard fashion thing, sure. I see what she meant. So, let's see. Everyone knows Wolfmen come from the moon. Correct. Uh, October 18th, Studio 1 entrance. That's an obscure Marvel reference, by the way. Oh, yeah. The Watcher from the moon. Because, yeah, you have the Watcher who is on the moon because he watches everything. Even especially in the Ultimate Arkham universe. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. I remember of the Studio 2. Yeah, I think that's what they said. Very well then. Outside Studio 2. October 18th, Studio 2 entrance. This place is deserted. What was that noise? Sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. No answer. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. If they'll let us. Oh boy. Back to the main gate. Okay, that's out for the main of the day. Oh, okay. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Let's see. Okay. So how are the studios doing? It was terrible, huh? You haven't even cleaned up the lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steaks, bones left over on them in the employee area? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Gawking at the sets or snapping pictures? She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I see. I heard something at the trailer today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. They were here, huh? Of course, they were trying to protect the director. The producer's our real star here. I see. The producer, huh? Okay, why don't we go to outside Studio 1? Let's see. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it run fine. Sure, if I had a license. But look, I have this. Just to show you off. An incinerator. Apparently they put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. What is it with steaks around here? What's out of place? What, the T-bone steaks? Is what you're thinking. There's a big number 2 painted here. Probably, though it doesn't look anything like a studio. These look like materials for making a movie set. Might be as well be a junkyard. On closer inspection, the trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is a part of some temporary film set. A trailer door. It's locked. The key is probably in the security guard station. I doubt they let us borrow it. There's some flowers here. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. And not in a good way. Let's see. There's nothing much to check out on Studio 1 or inside Studio 1. October 18th, Studio 1. Yeah, it is a murder scene. Fine, we're going out. If anything makes you happy, I suppose. Searching for clues, Kyle, along with your friendly neighborhood spider cop. October 18th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all, we got lucky to tell the truth. Let's not. Sorry, but no. You can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes, I'm crying here because I don't know what to do. Do her fanboys sneak into the studios often? No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them. Hanging around. The kids really love the Steel Samurai. I sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should have moved. Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet. Tell it to the studios, not him! I say, whose side is she on again? No, I sure hope not. Oh my. Oh boy, okay, back to the main studio gate. Employee area. No. Was it the dressing room? Okay, I know what they are, but I'm not gonna say it out loud because it's just kind of inappropriate. Oh. Who in the heaven's name are you? Whatever, labors. How could you not know the great salmonella? I make the best shows. Steel Samurai. Fine. RDFC. Read the film credits. The salmonella. Yeah, it's just, I don't know why. Oh no, quite alright, really, it's fine. ROFL. Sometimes I understand text and sometimes I don't. ROFL. You know, on closer inspection. Yes. Hot slobber. Hey, you do a lot of cosplay because that costume rockers. Rockers, if you want to know. Buffer overrun! You trigger my creative powers. How did I know I was gonna say that? Yes, it's coming to me. Big Princess! The sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. I'm not gonna know. Pink Princess, really? Yeah, why not a cool name like Neo Tokyo, huh? What, Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who's you dudes are. The security lady told you about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. Yeah, run through on a one action scene in the morning. Then a meeting for lunchtime in Studio 212. Yeah, I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Smiley face. Unhappy face. A T-bone steak, was it? Yes, so good. Cirocs. I hate missing out on food. I don't know how to sock sores. No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon till 4 p.m. with the producer and some big wigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. He's telling the truth. That meeting gives him an alibi. The producer. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean D. Vasquez. He's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary though. Sweaty! She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai, yo! You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. The bigwigs. Whose exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over there at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. We piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major Titch. Sweats. I can see you're sweating already. Look, can you see his sweat? I mean, he's sweating. Why you? I call it sweat. It's a sweat. It's a sweat. Were all of them with you the entire time? You know, unfortunately, you old gray hair geezers. Sounds like they all be reliable witnesses. Let's see. Let's see if I can present him with this. This is WP. Oh, look, he's obviously striking his foot. Alright, the director would know about the injury. He was there. What about this? I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. I don't know. It just has a strong interest in saying something funny. acting like I see. You certainly got back to your post quickly. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume and they told you to put it on. Mr. Powers is pretty tall. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Right. This lady's too much. My gosh, it's just insanely nuts. Yeah, that's fair. About the kid you said you saw. I think she's not in a good mood today. Oh, there's that fanboy. I'll bet he came in right through that drain.
I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that, loser! Oh, wow. I don't see no adults here. Hippie fashion chick.
Hippie fashion. You gotta hand it to her, Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. Don't you mean a he?
I'm Cody Hawkins. Call me kiddo again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer!
Wow, that is just the Steel Samurai. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you even utter that name, evildoer!
Really, knock it off, kid!
You can't fool me!
Okay, then what was the last line that said the innkeeper in episode 8, huh?
Easy. Like some fries with that?
Watch it! What are they doing? Say, have you heard anything about the incident the other day? Come on, kid, speak up! Did you see anything?
He
what?
He always... The Steel Samurai always wins! Always! Yeah, I saw him! I saw everything! But no way am I telling you losers!
It's Damian Wayne. Really? Wow! Then where was Batman's son the whole time?
Let me go!
Yeah, he went down the drain. Or did he run away? Something fell off the table when he bumped into his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped into the pocket. That would definitely come in handy as a clue. Anyway, what was that kid saying? Saw everything, huh? Odd of her to leave her post. Yeah, Miss Wendy Oldbag is chasing that fanboy. Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy, all right. It sure looks happy. Wonder if this is a good chance to borrow that key card. Good idea. The trailer key. Yeah, trailer key slipped into the pocket that we stole. Hooray! We are non-heroes. Okay, Studio 2. Let's see if we can unlock this door. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It's opened. She seems eager all of a sudden. Not that eager. The trailer. October 18th, Studio 2. Trailer. What has this alliance become? I don't know. I guess there may be some pickpocketing thieves after. Even though we kind of like the thrill of it, this Ultimate Arkham universe may be a crossover, but yeah. Why don't we learn how to just... This is the ridiculous way to how to pickpocket off things. But that doesn't very felt reassuring or some sort, but at least you have skills. Names? Uh-huh. D. Vasquez, the producer. Yeah. D. Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. In my own sense. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Well? Miss Vasquez? Script? Excuse me? A script? You need to read it? We're getting nowhere fast. I don't think she's not listening. Hey, don't get mad at me! About the director Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Okay, now you're being cold-hearted like Mr. Freeze. You're like the female version of Freeze. It's starting to look like it. Yeah. What? Yes? We got to do it or else she's not gonna talk. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Vasquez memo. Alright, if you're not helping me, we'll be back later. In other words, we'll do this in 5 minutes or less. Is that making you happy? So, ha! Let's see. Salmonella. Right here. Here, I got this from the producer. Episode 13? Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. You're sweating already. Uh-oh. My butt is pwned if I don't find it. Okay, I get what you mean. I know that. Oh, thank you very much. I agree. Uh-huh. Why don't we say the bye-bye? See you thing. Let me see. Outside Studio 1, and how about outside Studio 2? But, oh, wait a minute. I clicked on this now, don't I? Let me go back to Studio 1. Alright, let's finally get out of here quick. My goodness. The director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? There it is, the script. A Steel Samurai script that covers episode 13. Okay, let's get out of here because this is not a crime scene where I want to be yet. Whoops. No, that was the wrong outside Studio 1. Then we want to go to the Studio 2 main gate. Outside Studio 2, the trailer. And here it is. Here, we found it. Your script. Script handed to D. Vasquez. Well? You're not going to talk to us? Wow, rude as much. You really do like giving everybody the cold shoulder, you know. And do you even know who we are? Correct, and? Well, not a suspect, but... Wanted to know about the day of the murder? The cartel? What? Okay, Kyle. The cartel? Okay, D. Vasquez. What does she have something to do with that anyways? There was a meeting here at noon, Miss Vasquez, with the director and the people from the network. One of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. Impossible? Why? The path. The blocked path. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. Mr. Monkey? Yep, that's him. Alright, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Yeah. Capiche. So it was stuck in 4. Hammer died at 2:30 p.m. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1, is what she's telling us. So a crane came just after 3 to move the head. Wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. Okay, we're coming. So that's Mr. Monkey, huh? When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, ook, ook is what she's saying. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. The clock inside stopped when it broke, huh? It stopped at 2:15. 2:15, huh? So this path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4 p.m. You were innocent, huh? Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30 p.m. No, wait a minute! Oh. Mr. Monkey's head blocked the path by the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4 p.m. Added to the court record.